to thicken, what I want to do next is to thicken all these pieces that I made into a flat paper thin object, right? So we'll do this two different ways so that we could see what's going on. Next command that we're going to use is offset surface. Offset surf, S-R-U-F. If I go into the help, there is offset surface. The surface, it's in the surface tool, or you could go into the menu, solid, offset, and so on, right? Surface, offset, and such. This one I tend to go with just typing the command in because it's kind of hard to hunt and peck for me. But for some of you, you can always could always find your way. It could be somewhere in here, offset surface. If that's easier for you, you could do it that way. But for me, like I said, I tend to type this in. But anyways, if I select the surface to offset, let's select the second one where everything is joined. This one right here. And then press enter when done. Now it kind of looks like a pinhead kind of thing, yes? Okay, let's read the command prompt up here. And it gives us a lot of choices, right? So let's just go down the road. One of them is distance. So we have to read the command prompt. So the first thing that says is distance. What do I want the distance? Right now mine is set at 1. I'm going to set my distance as 9 inches. Okay, so if I click on this distance, it says right now the distance is 1 inch. I'm going to hit 9. Do I have to hit the inch mark or inch symbol? Not really, because the default unit is in inches. If the default unit is in inches and you want to do 1 foot, you could type in 12 because that's 12 inches. 12 inches is a foot. That's the default unit. But anyways, I'm going to type in 9 inches and enter. Okay, so now the distance is set at 9 inches. Corner round. I want my corner to be square because I want very 90-degree sharp corners and such. So I'm going to hit the corner as sharp. Solid, I'm going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. Tolerance, I'll just keep it at that because that was our default tolerance that we set. Delete input, I think we could say yes. Right now, the last one, it says flip all. If you toggle on that, notice that all the arrows goes to the inside. What that is telling you is that it's trying to offset the surface. Before, when the arrows were pointing out, it would offset outside. Now that I said flip all, it's now pointing inside, so all the arrows are pointing inside. So now when I hit enter, notice the bottom, it has a thickness. If I change the view to shaded, it might be a little bit better, right? So that's kind of like the box that we made for the whatchamacallit, for the design class. Likewise, we could do this for the one that's exploded. What happens there? If I go ahead and say offset surface, offset surface, usually when I start typing something in, it's going to go to the last command that I went to. So if I just hit enter, that's it. So select surface to offset. Do I do this one by one? Or do I do this selection by window so I got the whole thing? Whichever way, if you just want to do one surface, just select one surface. But I'm just going to be a little lazy about it and select everything. Select, hit enter when done. There it is. All these settings I'm not going to change except the flip all because I want it to go inside. And there it is. Please note the difference between what it did right here and what it did right here. So yes, the difference is that in this box right here, I should probably do this, huh? In this box right here, it just offset everything all at once, so it's still one item. In this selection right here, it offsetted each volume or each plane one at a time. So that means that it is crashing into each other. It's occupying the same space. Is it possible in reality? No, not really. Is it possible in the virtual? I guess it is. So yeah, we got to be careful about that, because sometimes that's gonna be like the Achilles heels of your design. Okay.